Embracing faults, how personal growth can transform a community. Once in the quiet town of Meadowfield, there lived three friends, Ethan, Mia, and Oliver. Each carried a fault that had recently led them astray, causing a rift not only within themselves but also among them. Ethan's impulsive nature had cost him a valuable relationship. Mia's procrastination had led to a missed opportunity that affected all three, and Oliver's pride had resulted in a misunderstanding that he was too stubborn to correct. The story of their recovery is a testament to the power of self-reflection, forgiveness, and growth. The turning point came one autumn evening when they found themselves together at their favorite hilltop, a place that had witnessed their laughter and dreams since childhood. The air was crisp, and the setting sun painted the sky in hues of gold and pink. It was Ethan who broke the silence, his voice barely above a whisper, "I miss us." Mia and Oliver nodded, the weight of their own faults suddenly heavy on their shoulders. That night, under the blanket of stars, they each confessed their mistakes, laying bare the vulnerabilities they had hidden for too long. It was a conversation filled with pauses and tears, but also with understanding and hope. Ethan realized that his impulsiveness often hurt the people he cared about. With the support of Mia and Oliver, he began to practice mindfulness, taking a moment to breathe and think before acting. It wasn't easy, and there were times he faltered, but each mistake was a lesson learned. Eventually, he found a balance, acting with thoughtfulness without losing his spontaneity. Mia tackled her habit of procrastination by first understanding its root, fear of failure. She started setting small, achievable goals, celebrating each victory with Ethan and Oliver. They were her cheerleaders, reminding her of her progress on days she felt overwhelmed. Mia learned to trust in her abilities, understanding that failure was not the opposite of success, but a part of the journey towards it. Oliver's pride had made him defensive, unwilling to admit his faults. However, seeing Ethan and Mia's courage in confronting their own, he began to open up. He started with small admissions, apologizing to those he had wronged, including Ethan and Mia. Each apology lifted a weight off his shoulders, making him realize that admitting mistakes was not a sign of weakness, but of strength and character. As autumn turned to winter, the changes in Ethan, Mia, and Oliver were palpable. They had grown individually, but more importantly, they had grown together, their friendship deepening in ways they hadn't imagined. They learned that recovery was not a solitary journey but one that was enriched by the support and love of those around them. In the heart of Meadowfield, beneath the vast, forgiving sky, three friends found their way back to each other. They had overcome their faults not by erasing them, but by embracing them as parts of their journey. Ethan's thoughtfulness, Mia's determination, and Oliver's humility became the pillars of their renewed bond. As winter melted into spring, Ethan, Mia, and Oliver planned a community event in Meadowfield, a gesture to give back to the town that had seen them grow, falter, and rise again. The event was to be a celebration of unity and personal growth, featuring workshops, art, and music, all organized by the trio and their newfound friends. The preparations were in full swing, with each friend pouring their heart and soul into making the event memorable. However, what they didn't realize was that their journey of recovery had inspired the entire community. The people of Meadowfield, moved by the changes they witnessed in Ethan, Mia, and Oliver, decided to add a surprise element to the event, turning the spotlight back on the trio. On the day of the event, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in vibrant shades, the mayor of Meadowfield took to the stage. The crowd fell silent, anticipation hanging in the air. The mayor began to speak, recounting the story of three friends who had shown remarkable courage in facing their faults and working to overcome them. He talked about the positive impact their journey had on those around them, inspiring others to reflect on their own paths and seek growth. Just as the crowd began to murmur, wondering where this was leading, the mayor called Ethan, Mia, and Oliver to the stage. The trio, taken aback, made their way up, exchanging puzzled glances. The mayor then unveiled the surprise, a sculpture, beautifully crafted by local artists, depicting three figures, each supporting the other, symbolizing strength, unity, and personal growth. The sculpture was to be placed in the town park, a permanent reminder of the power of friendship and the beauty of change. The crowd erupted into applause, tears, and smiles blending together in a moment of sheer joy and pride. Ethan, Mia, and Oliver stood hand in hand, overwhelmed by the gesture, their hearts full. In that moment, they realized their journey had not only transformed their lives but had also touched the hearts of those around them, creating ripples of change throughout Meadowfield. The event ended under a sky lit by stars and fireworks, but for Ethan, Mia, and Oliver, it marked the beginning of a new chapter. They had set out to mend their faults and rebuild their friendship, but in doing so, they had become beacons of hope and inspiration in their community. The surprise climax was not just the unveiling of the sculpture, but the realization that their individual paths to redemption had forged a stronger, more connected community. Their story was a testament to the fact that personal growth not only transforms the individual but can also light the way for others, turning even the smallest of towns into a beacon of hope and unity.